who couldn't make it. It's in the month, right? It's in the month of August. I just feel like we're always on like repetition over here, like, oh my gosh, can you believe it's in the month? Oh my gosh, can you believe it's beginning of the month? So yeah, oh my gosh, can you believe it's the end of August? So I feel like September starts a whole new season for people. It really does. We're in that last chunk of the year. And as you know, we operate kind of in a 90-day cycle. So for what you do in September will alter your business results for Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year holiday. It really, really will. So if you do not want a slow holiday season, start putting in some massive business work in September and October to make sure that you are moving through that holiday season when life does get busier than normal, when you can't be on your phone as often, when you're pulled in 100 different directions. But if you've done some front load, it makes a big difference. So Rach is going to talk about some important end of the month things to close. And that's not just for August, that's for all months. And these are healthy things to do throughout the month. One of the best things I feel like we have taken away from a mentor of ours, Carrie Wilkerson, we were at a training about 3 years ago in Dallas, and I'm probably going to butcher it, but she said something along the lines of, don't let all of your prospects, don't like fight for all of your prospects' pocketbooks at the end of the month. And we were like, huh? And she was like, think about it. The Unique girl, the Tupperware girl, the makeup girl, the Osborne book girl, the oil girl, the face wash girl, and the Plexus girl are all coming to their follow-ups on the 28th, the 29th, 30th, and 31st. So you're not the only message in her inbox that she got was from you. She also got followed up by the Rodan and Fields girl. She also got followed up by the Tupperware girl, or whatever that may be. And it made us really think like, huh? So it made us start doing a lot more things throughout the month instead of just end of the month, even though that is something that we all just naturally do, end of the month close, because it's kind of a housekeeping situation. But for what Rach does go over today, keep in mind that this is a great thing for like an end of the week close. Rach and I taught together in elementary school, and we had very similar teaching styles, which is why we meshed to operate and own a business together. And we had very similar like house duty kind of styles. And we never left our classroom on a Friday. Never. Without the board already written on for Monday, without copies already done for the entire week, without pencils already sharpened for the next day, without all of the little ins and outs already done. Every desk Lysoled, smelling good, ready to go. That way we could walk in the door on Monday and get ready to do what we need to do regardless of the way the day went. So think about that and implement that into your end of the month business and every single week. What can you do on a Friday that's going to help you close the week to enjoy your weekend and to start that next week? So here we are now, end of the month. What can you do to close your month to start for a new fresh season? So that's kind of what we're chatting about tonight.
Awesome. Okay, thanks. Thanks for being patient, guys. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I posted a video that John Perini, who is Jill's coach and my coach, and he went through the back office, and I know Lee's done an awesome job of posting about this, and several people have posted about the back office, or virtual office, sorry, I'm still stuck on back office from when we started, the virtual office, about what that looks like, because I know we post stuff like check your reports, but if you're not familiar with what that looks like, or even if you are, I really want you to pay attention, because when I really grasped this idea of what he was talking about, of being in your reports and really know how to work on your business and run your business from a numbers standpoint, it's like something clicked in my brain and I was like, oh my gosh, this makes so much sense. So I was asking John to help me with the report because something had changed with the virtual office. And then I said, you know what, let me just do a recorded call. If I need help with this, the team's going to need help with it too. And so tonight what I want to do, guys, is whether you watch this or not, just forget about that. You're watching it again, so pay attention though. But what we're going to do instead is we're going to pull up our virtual office. And then we're going to watch the video and we're going to run through reports together. So this is going to look different for everyone. Some of you may have one person on your team. Some of you may have 300 people on your team, but we're all going to run through this together. I'm going to do it. Jill's going to do it. Everyone's going to do it. So when we say run through your reports weekly, you know what that looks like. And you know what we do when we run through our reports and what names we're writing down and who we're going to contact. So what I want you to do, I'm going to give you a couple of minutes and I want y'all to log into your virtual office. So if you need to get on your phone on Zoom and then pull up your computer, if you need to pull up 2 different windows and get in your virtual office, I want you to do that. And I want you to get a notepad and a pen because we're actually going to write down names of people that we are going to contact tonight before you go to bed if you're a late night person, or tomorrow. This needs to happen soon because, as Jill said, end of the month, people, messaging people like crazy. It's the 26th. So we're gonna do it as soon as we can. So either tonight, if you're someone who's like, yes, I'm motivated to work, or someone tomorrow, if you're an early riser like me or whatever, whenever you have time. But we're actually gonna have lists of people to reach out to. So you weren't saying, well, what do I do? What do I do? We're gonna show you what to do. So I'm gonna give y'all about a minute. I'm gonna pull it up and get my stuff out too. So a piece of paper, a notepad, and then your virtual office you need to be logged into. And guys, again, whether you've been with Plexus for 4 years or 1 day, this is helpful. So don't think you're, too good to do this. I certainly am doing it too. Blank piece of paper here. All right, let me open up my chat real fast so I can see. So if y'all do have questions, I'm going to run through it and pause and kind of speak during parts of it. John does an awesome job though, so I'm going to play the video a lot of it. But if you have questions, type them and I'll get to them as I can. Let's see. Hang on, let's learn together. I watched the YouTube at Brooks team page go through this together. Yeah, it is business changing stuff, Jamie. You're so right. Like understanding what's going on instead of all of a sudden looking back and you're being like, oh my gosh, no one's ordering? When did that happen? This is going to help you realize when people turn off their subscriptions and stuff. Okay, are y'all good? Everyone good? Anyone need me to wait? Okay, speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, can y'all see are y'all good? Okay, let me open it a little bit bigger. Okay, so I'm just gonna start it from the beginning and then I'll pause it when I feel like I need to say something. Hey y'all, okay, I'm super excited. Some of y'all know John Carini, some of y'all don't, but when you are a Joel, actually I think Senior Ruby, right? Do they get you? When you're Senior Ruby, you get John as a coach. He's awesome. He helps us, he helps me and Jill a ton with our back office, with our business, how to project different things, and really just realize that Plexus is a business and not just something that, you can fly by the seat of your pants in. He really helps us with how to have our pulse on our business. He helps us with recognizing different things that we can do in order to excel, with recognizing people to help us go silver, recognizing groups of people that we can tap into. But he's going to do a way better job of explaining. So we are going to do a quick tutorial for those of you that have a team that want to start being more in tune with it and want to go further in this. So I'm going to go ahead and flip it over to him, and he's going to run through some things that he wants me and Jill with on the reg.
Awesome. Well, thanks a bunch, Rachel. Super pumped to be doing this video. Like she was saying, there's a bunch of really useful information that you have in your back office, and then also some really useful stuff that you can find in Excel. So we're going to start off just by taking a look in a virtual office real quick so we can share some of those tidbits. Alrighty, so we're right here on the home page. I'm going to go ahead and move that bar. Now, first thing I want to show you, this is one of my favorite things. When you click on My Business, you can come down here to rank advancements. Now, before you used to have to wait till the month was over to see who was working towards the rank up, or just kind of wait till the month was over to get a pulse on who was in activity. Now, you can see right here the month. It shows August. So any ambassadors you have trending towards the rank up, this report is live throughout the month. So I would maybe check this every week or so, every other week, and see if you have someone who, in this previous rank, it would show they were an ambassador, but now their projected rank is maybe senior ambassador. That means they're really close to hitting silver for the first time. So that's a great way to contact them, be like, hey, I saw you've really been working your business recently. Just wanted to give you a shout out, say awesome job. So you're real close to hitting silver. What are we going to do to hit that rank? It's a great way just to celebrate those people while they're working throughout the month.
Okay. So as you can see, this person, just the back office he pulled up, but this person does not have anyone projected to hit silver. Some of you may have that, and some of you may have names. Does anyone have names on here? This is a person that's not really working. So
I also want to put in there too, because some of you may have people that are going towards silver and you're like, wait, I thought they already went silver. Technically our commissions don't run until the after the end of the month close. Does that make sense? So I'm going to use a girl named Sarah Rodriguez. She's on my new level 1. She went silver this month. In my reports, it says her projected rank is silver, even though I know she's already ranked silver. Does that make sense? But technically it won't roll over until after the end of the month closes.
So that was my question. When do they show up in here?
So when commissions are posted, are posted usually, so we get paid on the 15th of every month. Normally our commissions are posted between like the 8th-ish to the 10th. Mm-hmm. We're about 5 days before payday, we can see those commissions post. They used to not do this when Rachel and I started our business. The reason it has changed is because there was a lot of hiccups. So let's say, for example, somebody hits silver on the 15th of the month and boom, yay, back office celebrates them. You get all of the perks and the funds. Well, then on the 20th, the girl, one of the people returns their welcome pack and she deranks. How sad is it that they have to pull that rank from her and that bonus? But now it's like, nope, we're going to wait till everything crosses in perfect over the finish line. Then we'll promote you with money and titles and things.
So the way John, so this is something new. It's really cool. They rolled it out a couple of months ago. They just kind of did it and didn't really tell anyone until it was, they got the flaws out of it. But it's really awesome. So John was telling me that this is updated. So let's say you have a brand new person, because this has happened. People love the products and they share. This is really weird. Sorry, I'm seeing myself and then myself again. I'm like, which one's me? But there's a brand new person and then they sign their friend and they don't tell you. If you go into this, like he said, I agree once a week, like this is a Friday thing or something, whatever it works for you. And look and see, because a name might pop up. You might be like, Susie, what is she doing adding someone? Because it's going to pop up and then that'll give you the little clue to be like, oh my gosh, I need to reach out to Susie. Another great thing about this is this month, I'm going to put this on YouTube for our team. So, but this month it's August, what is this? August 2019, there's a Plexus incentive that if someone goes silver or re-rank silver, they get all these bonuses. So that's a great time to reach out to people. Like I personally on my level 1, Rachel Gallagher has, I have a lot of people who have reached silver in the past and then have, 1 or 2 ambassadors now that order, but maybe they quit taking the products or they quit working. Their names are on there right here on mine. So I've reached out to them this month and said, hey, I don't know if I know you're working the business at one time, whether it was bad timing or whatever the case may be. I don't know if you saw the email, but there's a great bonus right now. So like John said, it's a great time to reach out. So if you there, I want you to go ahead and take a second to write their name down and just write like rank up or something, write their name and write the rank that they're close to and reach out to them. So I'm going to give y'all about like 30 seconds and let me see, I'll see if someone's writing or not to kind of pace myself.
Okay, so I'm going to ask another question here. So that was my confusion. So I have an ambassador that was silver and then she lost rank. Mm-hmm. So she has 1 active, but she's not showing up in my August.
She's not
showing up here.
It's probably because she has rank. The way I understand it, I'll get clarification on this before. So if it's like a new person, like let's say Susie.
No, she's been here for a while and I've been trying to get her to like reactivate those 2 simple, like just get them to order, re-rank yourself.
Yeah. So John will go on to explain in a minute, but he explains that you have to have a certain amount of level 1s ordering or something. He'll explain that in a minute.
Okay.
But another thing too is you can just go in your reports, and I'll show you that in a minute, and just click highest rank. And if it says highest rank silver and then it says paid rank, there's 2 different columns. I'll show you. Paid rank is what they're actually getting paid rank. So if it doesn't show up in this, you can always do that to double check it too. Okay. So y'all, I'm learning this with y'all for sure too. This projected rank one is a new one for me. So it's like, I'm still kind of understanding the details of this one, but I do know that let's say like Susie's brand new. She signed someone she didn't tell you, or maybe Susie's not new. She signed 2 people in the past but never hit silver. This is a good place for you to be like, oh crap, I didn't realize that she was almost silver, because that is hard. It's hard when you have a growing team to keep up with everyone. So Jamie, if your question doesn't get asked in all of this, type it to me. I'll ask John and then I'll type clarification. Okay, I'm going to move on because it looks like everyone's done writing.
Back here in new ambassadors, this is an awesome way just to kind of get a pulse, see what your personal activity is, see what the team activity is from last month to this month as well. Points and rank.
So that's cool just to see like where your team is growing, where your team is not. So this is actually Kennan's leg, and I have not been working his leg. I quit working it a while back. to build my level ones up a little bit more. So you can see that in July, I was like, okay, I need to add some people. Then August, I've been adding people under me instead of him. So I've been kind of flipping back and forth. But you can see if this was let's say this is Rachel Gallagher's leg, I'd be like, oh crap, our August kind of sucks. Maybe I should like hustle it up a little bit. So it's a good way to do comparisons of where you're headed and the team's headed.
Yep. This is where you're going to do a lot of your work. You can see where things were previously, which is over here, and where they're at currently. If you ever log into your virtual office and the points seem like they're not all there or something might be going on, over here in this column where it shows personally or qualified ambassadors, if you don't have 3 ambassadors, the system's not going to recognize you as meeting those qualifications to receive points for the rest of your downline. Once you hit that and you get your commission qualified level 1s, you'll see a lot more points open up and unlock. Now, when you come down here, you'll see that there's different tabs on how you can play around with everything. Right here, this tab, you can click on it and it shows your commission qualified ambassadors. And when you click on each one of these tabs, it changes all of the information down below. If you want to real quick see who's sitting in between 1 through 99 PV, click on this middle button. Boom.
Okay, so first of all, it took me like 6 months with this new office before I figured out you could do that. So if you didn't know that, don't feel bad. He showed me that and I'm like, what the heck? I've been asking for this forever. I didn't know it was already there. So this thing is awesome. It's great when we say check in with the 1 to 99ers. It's a great way to be like, click 1 to 99. Okay, he's going to explain that a little bit more.
Now it shows every single person what their PV is and shows where they're sitting. We can see our 0 PVers and anyone with our AWH too.
Okay, so I want to explain that real quick. 1 through 99, he goes on to talk about this in a little bit, but those right now, like those 19 people, I'm about to write their names down right now, and I'm going to reach out to those people in the morning because those are all people that are ordering Plexus that I'm not getting paid off of. So if you can look, their PV is like 25, 70, 70, 57. So there's a lot of people that are loving Plexus. But the way that I'm going to approach it is I'm going to reach out to them and say, hey, blah, blah, blah. I'm just checking on you. It's been a minute. Like, this is what I would do because it's honest. It's been a minute. I don't know if you've seen that we've been moving, but I've been a little behind on my customer service with you. So I want to check in with you. Going? Is there anything I can help you with your products? And also, did you see the new stuff Plexus has to offer? I'm just honest with it, y'all. If you are like me, sometimes you're on it and sometimes you're like, what just happened? It's been like 6 weeks since I've been on the person. And that's kind of my life right now. We've been moving, we've been selling our house, we've been doing everything. So people like it when you're honest. They don't like when you try and be like the best person ever all the time. They think that's annoying. So just be honest with them and check in with them. And then those people that are 57 PV, we want to try and get those people over. Why? One, because if they are only taking like, 60 PV worth of product, they're probably not taking the right combo. First of all, they're probably not taking something that's going to help with their goals because it doesn't have Slim in it if it's that low. That's for sure. And Slim's one of our staple products that everything works with. So we want to talk to them about what they're ordering and how we can help them reach their goals. And then guys, it doesn't ever hurt to throw an incentive in there. Guess what? You're going to get paid about $15 off of each of these people. So if they have 70 PV, you might say, hey, I'll pay for your shipping. Have you seen MetaBurn? I think it'd be great to help you reach their goals. You order that and I'll throw in free shipping. Okay, so you spend what, $4 and then you get paid 11. You're still in profit there. So this PV is a great target to hit like a ton of people. So let's say 19 times, you get about $15 a person based on the pay point. So that's $300 that I'm missing out on right now, and actually more because this is Kennan's leg and mine. So that's about $600 I'm missing out on from these 19 people. So you bet your honey I'm about to get these people to try and order over 100 PV. So I'm going to give y'all like 2 minutes, and I want y'all to write down, go in your virtual office, click on that, and then write down all the names.
I was going to tell y'all, I bought those water bottles from Walmart and put Plexus Active or Plexus on them, and I got 5 orders this month for people that were under 100 PV, and it only cost me 99 cents for the bottle, probably $1 for the label, and then $5 to send it off. So I mean, it did cost a little bit of money, but it's still going to make me more money.
Victoria, did you just send them to all your inactives, or not inactives, but the ones below?
So I messaged the ones that were below and I said, hey girl, this month I'm doing a customer appreciation for anybody that is commission qualified with 100 PV. You're sitting at 72, so I want to give you a free gift if you get to 100 or something. I don't know how I worded it.
Yeah.
But 3 of them were like, oh yeah, or 4 of them. And so I just sent a free gift.
Yep.
It worked.
Mm-hmm.
Great wording. I'm gonna do that. I just wrote it down. I saw those water bottles. She's talking about at Walmart. They have these like 99-cent. They're the ones like this, but they have the one that have like the skinny neck that are really popular that people drink. You got one? Go girl. I saw them. They're like.
They look like this.
There you go. Super cute.
Like people like free stuff, so I mean, I just sent them, and so yeah. I'm trying to get 5 more people to order off of that list.
I'm gonna do that tomorrow too.
Maybe. Hold on. No.
Okay,
It'll
so
also show you. So
go ahead. Sorry. No, you're good. Go ahead. No, okay. Also, you can do that, guys, for 0 PV. So 0 PVers, you can send that to and just say, you know, I'm doing customer appreciation. Have you seen all the new products? Da, 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 da. We have a lot to offer people, so that's great because people want to try new stuff. I heard some statistic. I'm going to totally butcher what it actually was, but it's something like someone is 80% more likely to order from a company they've ordered from previously and give it another chance versus trying something new. So that's great odds for us. But I always tell people don't know what's going on if you don't tell them. So it's your job to tell them. Okay. Thanks, Victoria, for that. That's awesome.
Now down here, you'll see 2 different areas. One where it says download detailed genealogy and one says export data. Now these are 2 totally different things. When I click on...
Sorry, I'm going to stop right there. The last one I meant to talk about was this AWH renewal fee. Okay, this is awesome. And I have been getting like basically 100% response from this. So AWH renewal fee basically means that person signed up for Plexus a year ago this month. So August of 2018, people signed up for Plexus on your team. They could be your level 1s, they could be your level 7s, it doesn't matter, but they signed up. So I have 122 people this month for this team that signed up a year ago today or this month. So what I've been doing, guys, is I've been clicking on those people and I have been messaging them. And this is what I say. Here's what I have learned in life. If people think or know that their card is attached to an auto ship and they don't want it, they will 100% tell you in like 0.5 seconds. So you delete that shiz. Like they do not want to be auto charged at all. So what I've been sending them is it's a great way to contact people is, hey, depending on, you know, say something engaging or whatever in the beginning and say, hey, I'm just checking in with people whose AWH fee is due. Then I explain what it is. When you joined with Plexus, you got a year's membership of 25% off the product. It's due this month. So you can either renew it and try out the awesome products that Plexus has. We have hemp oil, we have da-da-da, and like say what we're coming out with. Don't just say, hey, do you want me to cancel your membership? Everyone's going to say yes. Not everyone, but let me not be negative. But the most of the people are going to be like, okay, well, yeah, because I don't even know what it is. But if you explain what it is and say, hey, you get 25% off the product. I don't know if you saw, but Plexus has come out with a hunger control drink that makes it where you get fuller faster. They're coming out with CBD oil. I already have some in my hands as a pre-launch, as a product tester. They've come out with a fat blaster that targets belly and hip fat. They've come up with an energy drink pre-workout. And then say, would you want to try some of these and renew it? Or did you want to do something else with your membership? I never say cancel. Then they either say, oh my gosh, yeah, tell me more. Or they'll say, oh my gosh, girl, I love the products. I just got so busy. Or, oh my gosh, I have so much still. They will like tell you everything. They tell you their soul. They do not ghost you at all. Or they say, yeah, go ahead and cancel it. And now's not a good time. And I say, okay, girl. And then I'll send them the cancellation form. But a lot of times, guys, people will say, no, go ahead and let it run. I do want to start taking them again. Or, you know what? I do have a lot. Can you help me with how to do it again? They just don't know how to reach out to you. So that's a great way to contact people. It's been like, there's emails in there. Also for people that aren't your level 1s. Level 1s I contact personally than anyone that I know personally. If I don't know them personally, there's text message numbers. I got no shame in texting some people, like zero shame. I will ask Jill, she knows, I will text them all day long. I'll pull them up and I'll be like, I don't care. Worst thing they say is like F you and then block me. I don't care. They don't hurt my feelings or whatever, but definitely personally message people. But the more that you guys build it up in the beginning and don't just say, do you want to cancel? Like explain what it is, explain what Plexus has to offer, and then go from there. Definitely say CBD oil and hemp oil because people are all over that right now. Okay, so I'm not, maybe just write a note to say go through AWH renewal due tomorrow, because I'm not about to write down 122 names. Okay. And Jill, I don't think I want to go through the Excel part. What do you think? Yes, no?
Oh, sorry, I need to unmute myself. Yeah, that's totally fine. I think this is a good chunk to go through. I think that these main things are the bucket things. They really are. If you're somebody who is familiar with Excel, you're going to be able to really play around and figure that out. If you're like a Googler, self-sufficient kind of person, Excel terrifies the living bejesus out of me. So I'm not talking down on you if you do not. Everything I know through Excel, Rachel has taught me, and then she's taught herself through that as well. So you can work your business without being an Excel pro. Our back office is formulated in a way and all of the things to where you can easily organize your information. I think the Excel becomes really well once you have a team that you have like 200 people on your team, 300 people on your team, 1,000 people on your team, and you can't shuffle through all these hundreds and thousands. When you've got 5, 10, 15, 50, even 100, our back office is beautiful for that. So don't think that you need to be an Excel pro to work your business. I do still today, even with thousands on the team, most of my stuff through our website because it's pretty and it categorizes it just fine, because Excel still scares me even though I still learn. So don't freak out about that. So I think this is a great chunk, and it gives us all a task to do at the end of the month. And I love what John said and Rachel said over again, and even Jamie said it in a comment, I believe on this video. She was like, I do this stuff weekly. I didn't know it was a thing to not do. Like, and that's amazing if you are already doing these things. Implement that to the people who are joining you as well. Because true life, sometimes things do happen in your life. Rachel has had a busy season. I haven't been myself a little bit lately, so I'm not as quick on some things. So when you do have that, people under you hopefully can start digging and going. So guide your new people to this video. This is a great resource for them. Share the love with your team, with your people. Say, this is a great one to go and watch. You don't have to hold somebody's hand and teach them how to use it. You can say, hey, watch this video. Hey, look at this. Give them the resource to go be self-sufficient, okay? So even though you might be doing it all the time, doesn't mean that everybody else is under you, and you can't control what others are doing. But just like Rachel said, I have no problem stepping on toes because this is a business. This is our business. If you're an upline and upline and upline, anybody down is your business. So you'll hear things and people say, well, I didn't want to contact her because I didn't know her and that wasn't my business. I call bull. No, not at all. Anybody who pops up on my reports and looks like something that I have the opportunity to contact and a red flag, yeah, I may go to that person and say, hey, Victoria, did you catch this? And she's like, oh, yeah, totally awesome. I'm like, yeah, all right, cool. Or I'm like, no, I know that, let's just say Victoria's not ordering her. She hasn't been ordering her. She doesn't respond to my messages. She's kind of flaky, or I don't know. Then I would go ahead and just say, oh, well, I'm going to go ahead and contact this girl. Hey, girl, my name is Jill Renfro. I'm one of your, Plexus Family Tree uplines. I'd love to help you out. I see that it's okay to overstep. That's not being bossy. That's not being rude. That's not you stepping on anybody's toes. This is your business as well. And that's where, it's A-okay. So obviously go to that upline first. Say, hey, have you contacted them? Just to let you know, I caught this. And if they say yes, great. Okay, awesome. Just 2 more eyes and 2 more hands on the problem. I would love if somebody be catching my mistakes. Okay, like I would love it. So if somebody catches something, by all means, just say, hey, thank you. Take it with a grain of salt, or be like, oh my gosh, I didn't see it. You know that you did, and work from there. So start implementing this stuff now. When you do have a team of 5, 10, 20, 50, it's going to be so much more easier to handle instead of waking up one day as an almost Ruby or an almost senior Ruby and being like, I should probably figure out my back office. So go ahead and get the pulse on the business now. I love that Rachel always says that. Put your hand on the pulse.
It's like so many people. Sorry, go ahead. But so many people in the beginning, like Jill and I, y'all saw how many people were inactive on Kiden's team. I don't want that to scare y'all. That's because a ton of those people are from the beginning when I wasn't doing this and I had no idea what I was doing. And literally for like 2 years, I didn't check my back office like this because I had no idea. So I just want y'all to not look at those numbers and be like, oh my God, but it's because that was my bad. I was signing people like crazy. I was signing like 10 people a month forever but I would never check up on them. I didn't know when their AWH fee was due. I didn't know anything. And then by the time I reached them, like 2 years in, they're like, yo, bro, like I'm already on to like product number 17 over here. Flex is not it anymore. But it was my fault. Like it was my fault. I did not give them any customer service.
Yeah.
So just know that that's where that comes from. And we make mistakes too. But you know what? Jill and I learned, we learned from them. We're like, you know, that sucks. So there's that many people that we lost, but we learned that we're not doing that anymore. And we wanted to do that early. And that's why we're so adamant about like, check these now, because I promise you it will make a difference. It will make your life so much easier.
It will. It really will. And we've learned it the hard way. I used to be somebody that was like, no, I like to do it once a month. No, I like to do it this. I almost like to look at stuff like every 4 and 5 and 6 days, just to keep that pulse of my business, to kind of say, like, oh, who added somebody this week? Oh, hey, cool. Okay, who's done something here? Oh, who's, and kind of look at all of those areas, because it's less overwhelming and it takes you no time. When you're handling one person compared to running a report of having to sit down on a Sunday and look at 59 people, so definitely make it a part of your business plan. When we treat this like a business, we get paid like a business. If we've just been kind of, dabbling or too scared to look in our back office or not doing it, and you're thinking, well, why is my business not growing or what's going on? It's probably because you're treating it like a hobby, and we will get paid like a hobby. And so we've got to have that business mindset. And that's, I think, where network marketing has this weird switch in our brain. We think because we don't go to a brick and mortar building, because somebody's not as an authority to us, we kind of think of it as like, oh, my cute little side gig that like, woohoo, is paying for my gas money. This is a business. If you're getting $25 a month, or if you're getting $2,500 or $25,000, and that's a real number that you can get in your commission checks. Promise me, I've seen it before. Okay, that you get paid like a business when you treat it like a business. Okay, so this is something I know we beat over the head, but I love the video we have with John, and I would go ahead once we get off and I upload this whole video that they can see our chat back and forth together. I would not only tag them in this video with us, but then I'd go back and tag your people in the video alone that Rachel did with John. I'd save these 2 YouTube links in the notes of your phone, and you've got new people who are starting to join. Be like, hey, sister girl, I don't want to overwhelm you, but are you somebody who's like likes to creep and dig and dive in? Because I sure do. And if she's like, yes, totally, be like, all right, I'm going to give you some nuggets, some information. I know it may sound like Chinese and foreign language, but girlfriend, I'm the girl that like stays up late and creeps all the things, and I want to know everything. So let me just put these in your back pocket, so when you have the opportunity, it's okay to have that healthy conversation and be open about it and say, but girlfriend, I don't want this to intimidate you, but I know me, I was the one who wanted to watch it at 2 a.m. because I was just like so in love with information, and just be open like that. But these are great ones to revisit for ourselves. Okay, so keep these in your back pocket, send them to your teams. Anything else tonight, Rach?
That's really it. So I would just make that list, guys. And I would, like I said, sooner rather than later. I like to do it at the beginning of the month too. Honestly, that's the best time, because people will get their paychecks and they're excited, and then they'll burn through it. I saw a funny meme today. It was like, oh no, it wasn't. It was my friends posted. It was like a screenshot of their kid's lunch account at school. And she brought like breakfast, lunch, a lunch ice cream, like another snack. She was like, Annabelle's spending her money like she just got her paycheck or something. Like, people are like that though. They get money in their account and they're like, boom, 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 boom. So if you can catch them when they get paid, that's the best time. So that's kind of all I really wanted to say.
I think, and friendly reminders like that. You just said, like, think of paydays. A lot of people get paid 1st, 15th, last day of the month, every other Friday. So think of things like that. Like, who's your network? Who's your people? If you're like, hey, I know a lot of obviously teachers in the district, they're still on my team today. I know when they get their paycheck, like flat out. Like, so I know when to contact them, when to not. And I sure know when to not contact them, because I remember trying to stretch it out. So like, worst case scenario, never contact a teacher on like the 27th of the month. She broke. She's so broke, she can't even think about how broke she is. And so, think about that with your network. Like, wait, Victoria may know a lot of nurses, and she's like, oh, they don't get paid on this day. Like, this is an awful follow-up day for all my nurse friends. So think about that with your people. And that's not you playing a dirty game or trying to pull a fast one on them. It's you being smart. You own a business. This is not you passing out, I don't know, whatever that may be. Girl Scout something, I'm not sure, just wrapping paper for the holidays to say, here's what I'm thinking about. This isn't it. This is a business that has the potential to absolutely change your life. So If anybody has any questions, by all means, this is a lot of heavy information. Feel free to ask. If you have questions that you don't think that, like Jamie was saying, if you want us to jot down and send them over to John, we totally can do that. Rachel, John, and I have a three-way message of nonstop questions.
Send that to me and Jill, and we'll get back to it because I thought he answered that right there at the end and he didn't. So we'll get that figured out.
So I was going to tell y'all that when they were talking about messaging like your level 2s and level 3s, even if like hold on, let me shut this off. Messaging like your level 2s and level 3s about their orders, you guys, I cannot tell you how many times I have done that. And some of my biggest business builders are not actually my level 1s. They're my like level 2s and level 3s. But their uplines are like gone, non-existent. Some of them don't even take the products anymore. So like, I can't tell you that if you follow up and maybe as soon as those people start to head out the door that you notice they're inconsistent, start following up with their people, even if they have 5 or 2 people. You guys, one of my people that orders, she's been ordering for 2.5 years. I didn't even sign her up. I didn't even know her before Plexus. So she still consistently orders because I've always kept following up with her when her upline started to kind of be inconsistent. One of my gold people is that person too. Her upline is completely gone. I don't even think I think she's lost her entire team now because her auto renew thing is like gone and they're closing out those old accounts. So I don't know how that will work, but so like that's really true. What she's saying is to do that.
Absolutely. And I have a girl that she became a new customer of mine yesterday, but not new to Plexus. She was actually an ambassador on my team. She was a level 4 who was inactive, but everybody between me and her are no longer working Plexus at all. I became Facebook friends with her a few years ago. I still see her stuff on my page. I knew she was a part of Plexus for a while. I still engage with her, still chat with her, still do Instagram stuff. And those 4 people between me and her, I know those 4 people. I've worked with some of those 4 people, but I also know that those 4 people have 0 PV. And I'm not going to reach out to them and say, hey girl, since she was under you, can she be under you again? No, you haven't been working Plexus for 6 months. Why in the heck am I going to give you a free somebody? No, I've been chatting with her. I've been following up with her. So yesterday when she said, hey, can you tell me more about Active? You bet your sweet flippin' bippy I can. And did I ask for permission from somebody? Hell to the no, I did not. So we got that account deactivated. That was not me being rude or overstepping. Those people have not worked for 6 months. They're not going to come back from the dead just because I'm going to go and get them a new customer or ambassador. She became my new customer. And even though she was a level 4 of mine, and she said, I have a message. She said, thank you so much for just being consistent, reaching out to me and sharing information. I love being part of the happy hour page. I love following your stories. I love everything about it. And you've honestly just kept me sprinkled with information, and I appreciate this. And I don't know this girl from Adam. Those things are not bad. Follow up with anybody you possibly know that was on your team, regardless of how you've met them, regardless of how you cross paths. Now, if somebody is obviously still talking to their upline, and their upline's working, that's a whole different conversation. But I just want to let you know, because I get that question a lot. Hey, is it okay if I add this girl as my new customer, even though she was under my level 2, but my level 2 and 1 aren't working anymore? Yeah. Have you been doing the follow-up? Go, girl, go. So that's okay. I want to put that out there as well.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Okay, y'all, if you think about questions, we'll get this recording posted so you can save it. Definitely let us know. Like I said, we're still learning too. So as you can see, there's questions tonight that I'm like, I don't know, but we have an awesome resource in John where he can help us. So let us know. And if you need help with reaching out to people tomorrow, if you forget like what we said, rewatch this. And it's a great task for tomorrow. It's what I'm going to be doing, and it's what I'm going to be focusing on for the rest of the month. So thank y'all for hopping on tonight. Sleep on this, wake up and try it again. Some of the information will kind of sink in while you're sleeping, but we'll see y'all next week. Bye, guys.